Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Antoinette here, and I'm very pleased to bring you parts 26 and 27 of Total Tarot. We did have the Christmas hold-ups with postage, and this one was a little delayed, I think by 3 days, 4 days. I think I had to wait on a delay for this one to come through. Payment went out on the 19th of December. We did have Christmas holidays in between, so I was hoping it would be with me by the 11th. That was giving them a day or two leeway, and it arrived on 13th, so you know, not too bad. And it arrived on 13th, so that's a day of prosperity. So we have in this one, I have my cards 7 of the 7 of Wands and the 7 of Cups from the Golden Art Nouveau. And this is the collector's edition, which I will pop into my box. So we are getting along nicely then. So onto the 7s. And we have in this one the Egyptian Tarot. So I'll do the walkthrough of that one afterwards. I know nothing about this deck, okay? So I'll be looking at it first with you guys. And then we have our magazines. So if we start with them in order, so number 26. Let me just get the zoom. There we go. I think that gives you approximately good screen. Okay, so straight into the first page, and it's talking about negative cards. Several useful techniques for helping the querent when cards traditionally viewed as negative or spooky come up in a reading. That's going to be straight off the bat, the white rose we're seeing there. So I'm thinking the card, you know, the death card, the devil card, the tower card. I don't know why, but people seem to always have really negative connotations. Perhaps it's films. And this is talking about the Fae Tarot. Now, I haven't had a chance to play with the Fairy Tarot that came last month yet, but I do have plans for that one. It looks amazing, so I can't wait to play with it. What's it saying? Removing cards. Some readers offer tarot readings at large events and parties. In such cases, it may be a good idea to remove frightening cards for the following reasons. No, sorry, I don't agree with that at all. I'm very sorry, Total Tarot. Totally disagree with that. Actually, I would suggest you get a deck that doesn't have a scary looking card on it, or one that people don't traditionally recognise. Or at least replace those cards with blank cards and number them so you know what they are and what they should be, and take out the picture. I don't agree with taking it out completely from the reading. I think they are a vital part of the reading. And there are other ways around that. Card in detail are 4 of Cups, omens and disenchantments. When life passes quickly if you don't pay attention. So we have the symbols as always on the sides. We've got some keywords down there as well, which you can probably see on screen. And the thematics over here, so love, work, money, divination, answer. The answer is basically right in front of you. We've got timings here for your psyche and soul, so working on self-esteem, meditation, spirituality, ways of reading the card, and what the card shows us. So right up on that. And then of course down here, the other decks that show examples of the 4 of Cups, which I do enjoy looking at. So we have the Harmonious Tarot there, we have Pagan Tarot, the Los Scarabeo Tarot, is it? Tarot Illuminati. Here we have the Fae Tarot, Shaman, the Dark Grimoire, and the Universal Celtic. Have our upside down meanings there, and a couple of other decks. Tarot of the Angels. Is that the Klimt? What's this one? The Worth Tarot. I wonder if they're coming at some point. Oh, and they're building on our tarot spread. So we have an 8-card spread, the pyramid spread. So starting at the bottom, working up to the top. So these are your resources, these are your catalysts, this is the result. Normally you come that way and come down, this is going up. So card 1 will be your physical resources, card 2 is going to be your energy resources, card 3 is your motivational resources, card 4 is your social resources. Then the second row, card 5 is your help, your inspiration, your advice, and then the result. So it shows what the probable not actual. The probable result is if you take the advice that's in front of you. Or you can change what you see in front of you if you don't like what you see in front of you by changing a few of these concepts down here, and you'll have a completely different result. So that's what I do like about tarot, is the ability to not change the future, but to foresee an outcome sometimes, or have insight of an outcome and be able to affect it to a better outcome for you maybe. So this is a complex but useful spread for looking at resources that can help or hinder the querent when they're trying to achieve a specific goal. So it's about goal manifestation, I suppose, if you're going to do this spread. And then we have a sample spread here done with the deck in hand, which is going to be quite nice to go through and see how that works, and it tells you the meanings. It gives you how they've read that spread. And then, sorry, my hands are so cold today that I'm not sure if I'm missing pages. So the Egyptian quartz, this tells us about the Egyptian quartz. That's why I think I've missed a page. Yes, I have. So the Egyptian tarot, filled with the symbolism of ancient Egyptian mythology, allowing readers to delve into the fascinating world while deepening their understanding of tarot. Ways of reading. Beginners in the art of reading can use Egyptian tarot cards in the same way as they would a Marseilles tarot, applying the essential meanings and the keywords as their starting points. You should then bear in mind that the Egyptian symbolism on the arcana adds magic and mystery to the interpretation of the cards, so layer building on your readings. And we have the major arcanas here, and all the meanings are on there. Should we pick one to read, actually? The Tower, as it's right down the bottom, ready for me to read. Ruin, lightning strikes and decapitates the pyramids, symbolising the death of hope and the ruin of our constructions, arrogance and presumption. Well, that's quite a lowly card to have, isn't it, from this deck? And we have the Egyptian court cards over here. So cups, pentacles, wands, swords. So it's the same suits. Page, knight, queen, king, same courts. And then we've got the minor arcana here. So what should we pick to read? 10 of Pentacles. The emblems of power, income, advantage gained from ments that are not one's own legacies. Oh, merits. Honestly, my eyesight. You've probably worked out it's got worse as I've been trying to do this series. So we've got practice makes perfect. Then we have the colour spread of your visual representation of your cards, so you can see them in big there. And the before tarot comes next. And then we've got number 27. So let's have a quick look into here. Oh, what's that? The cat tarot. Not one I'm really after, but you know. Personal development, the perfect deck. The ideal deck does not exist, and yet the quest for it can be a useful exercise because it provokes the reader to reflect on their study of the tarot. Very true. Many of us do get caught in that little concept of trying to find the perfect deck. And they say at that point you should create your deck to stop you from searching. But you don't have to have millions of decks to be able to read tarot. You can do it with one deck or two decks if you want one of each system. And that's probably all you'd ever need. The collecting part comes in the artwork, appreciation, the storytelling that comes in the cards, and wanting to stretch your brain and picking up new keywords and ways of reading the deck. Personally, for me, that's my personal opinion. So here we have the Five of Cups. Do not let what you don't have divide you. Talking of which, there you go. Just because you don't have hundreds of decks of cards doesn't mean that you're any less a reader than the person that does. So you can carry on regardless. Here we have the thematics for that one and what the card shows us. And then we have some decks down here. So Lo Scarabeo, the John Bower, which we've already collected here. Tarot of White Cats. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. Okay, there's a cat tarot coming, whether I want it or not. And that's episodes 30 and 31. And then we have the Pagan Tarot here. We have Pre-Raphaelite, which we've already got. Neferatu's Tarot. I guess that's different to the Egyptian Tarot. Tarot Illuminati, again, another one that we have. And then we have the Fae Tarot. What do we have up here? Tower of the Angels. 34 and 35. So that's going to come after the Cat's Tarot. And the Worth and the Klimt again. Top. Oh, we've got another spread. So we have the triple dissonance spread. To examine the querent's doubts from 3 different perspectives before you make a decision. Okay, that's nice to see. So 1 is certainty, 2 is doubt, 3 is balance, 4 is the outcome. So what do they mean by certainty? This card represents the aspects of choice of the querent feels convinced and sure about, or the confidence they have in their ability to overcome any obstacle. The card also represents the expectations and rewards that the querent anticipates from this course of action. The card in this position tends to be interpreted in a positive way, and it offers a deliberately optimistic perspective of the situation. Then you've got your doubt and your balance, and then your probable outcome again. And there we have the example reading and the spread, and they're using our study deck, the RWS. We've got tarot techniques for expression here. So what's something there all about you. Tarot tip. Who do you know who best exemplifies the qualities of temperance in your life? If this card were one of your friends, family or acquaintances, who would it be? Ask yourself similar questions about any arcana card. That is actually a really nice way of getting to know your arcanas and their archetypal figures in them. So that can be a really good exercise. I do recommend doing that with the court system anyway, if you don't do it with the mages. I don't think I've ever done it with mages, to be honest, but I definitely did the courts. And then we have, what is this? Tarot's Forefathers. Introduction to our series about the people most influential in Tarot's development into the esoteric art that we know today. Okay, very nice. I won't go through everyone there, but we've got Pamela Coleman Smith and Arthur Edward Crowley. Alistair Crowley, Arthur Edward Waite here. We have the English masters who are influential in the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. We have the Worths, Gerald Cause, Levi, Peters. There we are. And then we have the Egyptian Tarot Court card, visual reference right there. Practice makes perfect, always finishes with one of those little, always finishes with that phrase, I think. So there is the magazines, and let's take a look at the cards. So it's come in the box. I've popped the box off already, as you know. The only thing these boxes don't have is the artist's name on them. So I've started to write it in the flaps now, because sometimes it's nice to know when you're talking about a deck, and I actually didn't check to see who this one is by. So I've put the 2 halves together, I've taken them out of the plastic. These are the backs, so they're very nice backs. It's very nice cardstock, as I personally have come to expect from Los Scarabeo. There is a back card there for the Egyptian Tarot. Standard size, and let's zoom in. Okay, I know nothing about what we're seeing other than I know that's a hieroglyphic and that's a painting. So they're not named, so obviously you fall, your magician, your high priestess, so you've got your numbers to get you through the major arcana, and then you've got your picture reference if you're not sure. So Empress, not Emperor, Hierophant. You can kind of see rough visual similarities, or I can see rough visual similarities. Lovers, Chariot, so you've got your direction, Justice, Hermit, perhaps slightly less obvious. There's our Wheel of Fortune, Strength, we're doing the hanged one here. The animal upside down. You don't need me to explain that one to you, I hope. There. Temperance. That's a very interesting devil. And that's that nasty tower that we read out earlier. Star. Moon. We've still got the crayfish dogs, pillars, and the moon in there. Sun. Judgment. And the world. I think this is going to be the cups, looking at that symbol there. The ace is the number 1 instead of an ace. So the suits have got a number at the top and a symbol on the bottom. And they are slightly pipped. Hence the reason why they said you can layer this with your Marseille readings. Or your way of reading Marseille. And then our court system has faces, so page is a very definite young person. The knight, despite them being on a horse, I don't know if that's going to go through all of it, also has a horse at the top. We have a queen. Yep, so that's a very definite queen head. And then we have our king, who faces the opposite direction. So okay, this must be wands or pentacles. Pentacles. Of course. I think just going back here, I think the eye there maybe makes sense on the 5 of Pentacles. That like asking for help or being watched over. Instead of a stained glass window, you've got the eye. I don't know if anyone else feels that. Nine and 10. And then again, we've got the court system symbols at the top. So they are the same symbols at the top. They haven't changed the references on them. Now, would this be the wands? So it's a staff. Look. So court cards. Yeah, and then we've got our blades or swords or air. Just pick them up, sorry. I did say my hands are so cold. That's easier. On to our quartz. There's the final one. Okay, what did you think? Shuffle nicely. They slide lovely, so you can fan them without any problems. Yeah, it's actually a really nice deck. It's probably not one that I would have picked up myself. Although I love Egypt, I don't think I would pick this one up. Because there is a Hermetic tarot, which has a lot of esoteric symbols in. So I was looking at maybe picking one of those up for that reason. Well, let's see what we've got here. So. There we go. 4 of Cups. What was the words they used in the book there? Was it disillusionment? So don't be disillusioned by what you see. Look to fill your cup and keep it flowing. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. And let me know if you've got this deck and what how you're finding it and what you think of it. And is there anything in there that's interesting that I really don't know about? Because, as I said, not really looked into this deck. Don't know much about Egyptian hieroglyphics and things. Well, not since I was 6 years old anyway. And yeah, anything that you think would be interesting, useful to know about using this deck, please drop a comment in below. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.